Hello, hello, Gal. Hello, Ashi. Hello, Yasha. Hello, Jay. Hello, Bill Dragon. And I think that's it. Oh, and a typical ice mage. Um, yeah. Let me see if I can actually do the redeem again. I think it's this one.
Shapeshift now!
There you go. Shapeshift. Hello, Gal. So I updated my dragon when it's like talking, it's not shaking his head too much. So hopefully this will like alleviate that kind of that spammy kind of thing from video 2. Let me actually hide the interface as well. Why is it so? It's so sensitive. Hello, Moshi. Alright, I should start working. Yeah, the past few days I've been out because I have like the whole of Melbourne encountered that like power outage thing. It was pretty funny because like it was like one of those like hot summery days, and then we are going out for something. I forgot what. Maybe like some sort of groceries or something. And so we are hanging out in like a shopping mall, and we are like, oh, let's stop by like and grab some desserts or something. And so we sat down, we ordered, and we just waited. And then suddenly the whole shopping mall just blacked out. And like what is happening? And we started singing her birthday songs. Like, happy birthday to you. But we went around and checked and then see if like we can actually exit the shopping mall, because like when the power is out, it means that like all those gates and stuff probably they can't be activated, so we have to go check. And like, okay, so everyone was still going out, and like all the cars are like lining up at the exit, and like, okay, maybe we should just wait for a second. And so we did, and then we waited for a little bit, and then we were walking out, and we saw like how super stormy it was outside. Like the sky was like white, that kind of like foggy, kind of stormy kind of days. That's what it was. And apparently like the wind was like so strong that in multiple areas there are so many like collapsed trees and collapsed branches, and all these like the power lines. Some of the power lines got like plucked off the ground as well. And that's why there was this like a power outage. But it still took them like 30 hours to get the power back to our area. Some other like more crowded or like more busier areas, they didn't get affected. But yeah, not my area, because my area is more like rural, so it took them quite a while. So yeah, it was like basically 2 days of like sitting in the dark. My sister's
Shapeshift
boyfriend was
now!
like, "Oh, do I have to shapeshift again? I'll go back to the koala then." Yeah, it was like my sister's boyfriend went out and went to like Bunnings. I don't know what you guys call that in the States. Basically where you get all the like nails, hammers, tools and stuff like that. And yeah, so he went there and got us some like lanterns, or like lamps, like camping lamps. And we used that to like survive the 2 nights without any power. Hardware store, kind of, yeah. They have like lots of things inside. So as I said, like you get tools, you get like lights and fixtures, you get plants as well, like all the garden stuff as well, like anything that you can find for like home improvement, I guess. I guess like kind of like Home Depot for you guys. I think is that what it's called? Ooh, what happened? Thank you, Arcus, for subscription. It's the third month. Yay! Enjoy the emotes. There are a lot of like new emotes. I actually have more ideas for new emotes as well, but I don't have time for that yet. It was funny because like it was like very close to Chinese New Year as well, so we're still kind of in that kind of celebration mode. Dad was like preparing some stuff for like some of the gourmet stuff for food, and he spent so much time on like cooking all these like abalones and sea cucumber, and because they're like dried, and so you have to like kind of submerge them in water and wait like a few days to actually prepare that. And since the power was out and like we still have to cook all of that, so everything like every of that is just like all in the dark, and we're just eating in the dark as well. Thank you for the follow, Luprina. All right, thanks for hanging out, Gao. Thank you, Ninfi, for third month's subscription. Welcome. Hype train. I still don't understand what hype train is, but yeah, thank you so much. We're bored. We're all bored out of our mind as well. Because like usually moms, I would say moms like only entertainment at home would be like watching TV. Like the television is more important for her than like maybe her dinner almost. And so without the power, without internet, like we couldn't do anything. We're all just stuck at home. I guess we played a lot of mahjong as well. Oh, your mom is the same. I think that's the case for like a lot of Asian moms. I think. But yeah, how have you guys been? Did you guys have like a good Chinese New Year, or did you guys like celebrate it at all? Hope you guys had a lot of red pockets if you do celebrate it. Instead of those Netflix Korean drama for her, and now she knows how to work for PS4. I see. Hope you're doing well, HL. Lots of people have been getting sick lately. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I don't think I'm sick. Yeah. Touch wood. I don't celebrate Lunar New Year, but it seems really cool. It's really cool in the sense that you get wrap pockets. I think that's like usually the only drive for people. Probably not for the married couples though, because like married couples are the ones who have to give out pockets, so probably they don't look forward to it. Just been sort of chilling lately, getting ready for my 25th birthday on the 18th. Oh, okay, so it should be the day after for you, or basically tomorrow for me. So happy birthday for you first. It's one of my favorite times of the year when it comes to themed game events. Right. Yeah, all the red and then Chinese dragons, stuff like that. Oh yeah, and then the power outage thing is not over yet. The story, because like I'm still like we're still living from the aftermath of it. It's basically what it did is like because we were out of power for 30 hours, so we have two fridges, and the thing about the fridges is that my dad loved to put tons of stuff in the freezers, like even things that like maybe he just uh like he bought like a huge pack of like frozen ginger or something. He would use like a maybe 1/4 of it, and then he would put it like all in the freezer. And he also like usually buy like for a whole week he would buy like tons of like minced pork or minced beef, and then he will like marinate it and then put them into boxes and then throw them back into the freezer. I don't know why he does that, because like maybe it's just like his like kind of business thing. Like he used to own a restaurant, and what he does is like he probably want to the keep our home kind of stocked with like food. So he would buy tons of like meat and then freeze them. But the problem is usually it's just me and maybe my boyfriend at home to have dinner, or perhaps like for lunch. So there's like so much food in the freezer that we don't really touch. And sometimes I don't even know what he bought and what some of the meat he he put in the freezer is used for. So I usually don't touch them as well. And he would store so much excess food in there that it's kind of like a pain, and that's why we have like two fridges. And even still uh he's so keen on like getting rid of all the like desserts, like all the ice creams and stuff inside. He's like, oh, you guys have like a several like tubs of like ice creams in there. Do you want to throw it away because like oh the power outage is basically like ruining all the ice cream? He's so keen on that. He's like so excited. Oh, do you guys want to like get rid of the ice cream? Just throw it away or something. It's so funny. Thank you for the follow, Wooz's art.
Hoi!
And yeah, so the power outage did kind of ruin the ice cream. It basically melted, it all melted and then freeze back. So it's kind of like rock hot now, but you can still dig into it. It's just like a little more like a sorbet more than like an ice cream. But apart from the ice cream, all the meat and stuff also kind of like gets a little bit ruined. They're still okay, but some of them defrosted and refrosted after the power was back. And so if there's any leakage, it actually became ice in the fridge. And yesterday night I was actually like cleaning it out because like I think it was some sort of fish or something in the freezer that kind of leaked, and then I have to like clear out all the ice and stuff in there. It's kind of a nightmare. We still kind of have to like clear out all the fridge stuff. Because like I don't know like if some of them is like still okay to eat or not. So this whole week we'll probably have to be cautious and kind of just like test out what is still good or not. But hopefully everything should be okay. It's definitely the first time that we have experienced such a long power outage though. And yeah, all the friends in the other busier areas or like the CBD, the city, They're like, oh, do we have a power outage? Is there even a storm? They're like just making fun of us. I'm sorry that we live in the rural area, so we're not busy and like making money for Melbourne, I guess, and that's why we don't get power so soon. Oh, and speaking of all these like gourmet food for Chinese New Year, uh, recently, because my sister's boyfriend, he's moving to Tasmania soon, and so he went there first to kind of look for room to rent. He's going there for like for uni, so he has to move there for quite a few years because it's like a medical student or something. And yeah, so what he did was like he brought home some seafood stuff, including the abalone that I mentioned before, and he also bought black truffle. Yeah, and it's actually the first time in my life that I like actually tried black truffle. I probably tried it before, but it was like such a small amount that I probably don't realize that I'm having truffle. But yeah, this time I he bought some truffle and like I cooked some white sauce spaghetti and also some steak to go with it. And I don't know, like he bought two things. One is like one of those black truffle bulbs, like a fresh one, and the other one is like the black truffle oil or something like that. And I don't know how to say it because like I feel like it's a bit like an overhyped kind of ingredient. It's like when I tried the fresh black truffle, uh, I don't really taste a lot of stuff in it. I don't really taste it at all. I tasted more the fragrance of a truffle from the truffle oil over the fresh one. I really only like got like a fresh sense of like truffle when he was grating it, but not when I taste it. So I don't know. Maybe we just have like a very small bulb and that's why it's not very fragrant or something. But yeah, next time I travel to Tasmania, I definitely want to try out some of the truffles there. I want to like understand like what the hype of like truffle is all about. Because I feel like it's kind of like the case of like diamonds as well, or like lobsters, where we grant all these stuff the value and make it super overpriced when sometimes it's not really that worth it. And I want to see like if it like if it's actually worth it. Like for now, from my experience with like this time with black truffle, I don't feel like it's worth that super high price tag. Like it's not something that I would like prefer to pay and use. Like I feel like it didn't add anything to the final dish. I remember getting a power outage during an immensely bad blizzard many years back that lasted nearly a week. We ended up needing to go to the local inn. Oh, that's really bad. That's even worse than ours. Have you guys had like black truffle? Am I just spewing nonsense? Or did we just like cook it wrong or something?
About black truffle. Okay, I see. Too expensive for me. Yeah, they're pretty expensive. I'm not much for mushrooms. I see. I've also heard like white truffle is actually better than black truffle, so that's probably in my bucket list to try as well. Black truffle chips. Okay, I see. Are they like? How would you describe the taste? Does it add anything to the potato chips? Because like those kind of chips, they probably just use the essence of it instead of like using actual truffles, right? I haven't tried white truffle. That's in my bucket list too. I see. From the very little that I actually experienced this time with the black truffle, I can kind of describe the like when he was grating it, there was like a super strong sense of like petroleum, um, and like it's kind of mixed with that kind of earthy, mushroomy tone. That's about what I can say about it. But when it was grated onto the food and then we were tasting it, I personally didn't taste anything. So that was kind of disappointing to me. I remember the worst blackout I've ever seen lasted around 4 days. It happened in the summer, so it wasn't too horrible beyond it, everything in the fridge being ruined in the heat. Right. Rural areas really got some wild blackouts, yeah. Basically the same thing for us. It was like fortunate at least that like once it was storming, the heat also stopped. So it was still kind of cool and then the fridge wasn't as ruined. Hello George. Hello Meow Meow Lang. Hello Kimo. I don't know what to call you, but I'll call you both. Hello.
Hoi!
Hello Black Star.
Shapeshift now!
Shapeshift. I'm a dragon now. Yay. I'll probably have to like let you guys input what you want me to what you want me to shapeshift into in the future when I add more species into uh, the rotation, I guess. That one's loud. Okay, let me adjust it a little bit. How do I adjust it again? I think it's alert or something. Shapeshift, and then sound should be a bit lower. Alright, let's try that. What other species are you thinking of? I actually really like big cats. I've always wanted to create a character that is like a big cat, so probably something like that. Perhaps like a slow leopard or something. It'll probably fit the whole palette and stuff, so yeah, probably that will be it. Perhaps like a one for lamb, because I'm born in the year of like the zodiac year of like the lamb, and I'm also an Aries, so a double lamb. What would it, like if I actually make a snow leopard, what would it be called? Snow snow chow? Leopard chow? I don't know. Or H mail? A per Oh, and also for you guys who are using CSP, the login bonus thing is back. So if you want some free Clippy, you should go and claim those login bonuses. It's like a good chance for you to find these like paid assets in the asset shop. You can grab them. I was actually spending a lot of time yesterday organizing all of my material and also brush inventory here on CSP. I've actually downloaded so many of them, and I'm like, which one is which again? Because some of them are actually like in Japanese or like Korean, so I didn't really understand what they are until I actually tried them. Do 1.0 users get it? I don't know. You should give it a check. Can't you also like isn't upgrading to 2.0 free? Because I think I'm on 2.0. I just didn't upgrade it further than 2.0 though. Because that's when you have like a you subscribe to it or something. I don't know. I don't know. You buy a pass to a certain upgrade point, but are like frozen there in a sense, and to continue updating, you have to keep buying passes like expansions. And that'll subscribe. Yeah, but Yeah, that's the case, but I'm staying at 2.0, I believe. Let me check again. I don't even know if I can actually check. uh, yeah, I don't know. I can't actually see it in my profile, so. But I'm pretty sure I'm at 2.0. It'll probably be a little more troublesome for 1.0 users as well, because like I think um some of these clippers, like unless you're under the subscription or something, like they will actually expire after maybe like half a year or something. So if you're 1.0 users, it'll probably be harder for you to find brushes to actually download as well. But we shall see. As you get the login bonuses tab and screen. Oh, that's nice.
Hoi!
Hello, Batuka. Then yeah, I guess like yeah, everyone should go and grab the login bonuses from CSV. Grab all your like favorite brushes or something from the shop. Don't miss this chance. I wish like they have more of these like login bonuses though. But then again, I don't know. Like I'm so mixed with that because like I don't know. Like sometimes I find all these brushes, but I rarely use them anyway. Yesterday I actually found this sushi brush. I can actually make sushi now. Yay, all the sushi. And apparently there's also like this fish roll brush. That'll be interesting to use. Or find like a use of it. And one of the other reasons I opted not to get an update or move up from 1.0 is there was allegedly some whole thing about not being able to use CSP while offline once you do. Is that the case? Oh, well, actually, I think I remember reading something about that too. Do you have any hand beans? I don't think so. There's something about it not being able to check your current pass or credentials, etc. Not letting you through, but I don't know if they rolled that back, did anything with it. I can't see my current pass as well, so I don't know. But hey, it's still better than freaking Photoshop. The app can be used offline for 15 days. Oh, okay, I see. I feel that even simply on my 1.0. 1.0 I'll probably miss the Liquify 2 though. And I do kind of miss some of the layer effects for Photoshop. Like in Photoshop, you can very easily make like a border for for your layer, like a border or like a drop shadow, things like that. They're all very easily customizable in Photoshop, but it takes a bit of like an extra step here in CSP. There is this border thing here, but sometimes like I want the border to be like a blurry as well, or like a soft border. I can't do that here very easily. can use the good file component. Oh, okay. Then yeah, I guess you're not missing anything from Photoshop at all.
Shapeshift now!
Shapeshift now. What am I right now? I'm a dragon, so I'll shapeshift back to koala. Is the volume better now? It's not too loud, right? Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure like we can all point out like a lot of channels out there with like way louder all these like alert stuff and stuff. But like it probably doesn't match with like the vibe here, so we should quiet it down a little bit. I think that's the Lucario done for now. We lined the Mewtwo as well. Where did the Mewtwo go though? Oh, there. Speaking of Mewtwo, I want the Pokemon Company to like put something like the Mewtwo event or for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet again. Like the one where we all claim like our own Mew, and then we have to train it to defeat like the 7-star Mewtwo or something like that. I think that's a pretty good idea. It's unfortunate that they didn't do it again for whatever reason, and instead like they just like doing all these like random Pokemon that we can already catch in the wild raid events. I'm like, well, why are you doing that? We've already like caught the 14th Cerulege or something. And then they also like gate us out from shiny hunting all these like legendaries. Like, sure you can gate us, but like at least give us some events where we can actually farm for them, you know? Not farm for like shiny hunt them, you know? You want Notch for Mewtwo? I don't know, I've always like kind of pictured Mew and Mewtwo to have like smooth skin. Almost like a Sphinx cat. But I'm okay with like them having fur as well. Thank you for the follow, Intry Fox. Welcome, welcome. What do I have planned for today? So tonight my boyfriend would be home very late. Currently in my time is 4:20. He'll probably be home by 10. And I don't know. I don't know if I should like have dinner earlier. It also means that I'll probably have a lot of time to work. But later on I'll have to get Duffy out of the house and bring him to walkies. We'll see how it goes. Like, we'll see when he starts to complain. He's currently like just like sleeping next to my chair. And we'll probably like see how much we can get done with these. If I actually have time to do more streaming later, I'll probably stream on Picado instead of here, because I have some other works to work with. But we shall see. Thank you, Ethan, for the hydrate.
Hoi!
That's a cute emote. I forgot to ask like whether commissioner would prefer red or white wine. I'll probably do red, maybe. I don't know. No, actually, this is like a white wine kind of glass, so maybe white. I don't know. It looks like a champagne glass. Again, the one glass after I just watched that Food Theory about champagne glass shapes. You mentioned something about it? There's like a certain science to champagne glasses design. Like we've seen it plenty of times when we are pouring like a champagne into like a normal kind of almost like a whiskey glass versus an actual champagne glass. We notice a lot more bubbles when we pour into champagne glasses. It's way more fizzy, and I think that's like a kind of the design of like the champagne glasses. It was something like those tall ones are great for bubbles, but does something to the taste or aroma or whatever. And there's some new age shape being made recently that's curvy. A curvy glass. That's interesting. Curvy as in like more fat of a glass. Like flatter and more wide maybe. Is that it? Wouldn't that be just like the normal wine glass though? Oh, it's snake sap woods. Okay, I see. But that's like a super wild kind of like glass shape. A mix of those white glasses and this skinny shape. Okay, I see. I'm not a big drinking person, so I wouldn't know about this sort of stuff. But yeah, I can definitely tell the difference once like you pour into different glasses. For champagne at least. All the other stuff I can't really tell. That's got to be a nightmare to clean. Yeah. Can you imagine that? Like it's probably easy to clean it, but it's probably like super difficult to actually dry it. I don't drink as well, but like I guess you could say I'm like more of a social drinker. I drink like when it's like suitable for the social setting. I'm not opposed to it, but like I wouldn't actively seek to have drinks. Like some people can't live without it. I haven't had a sip of anything in dinner like context though. I imagine that'd probably be the same if I did. Just special occasions. Yeah. Drugs got interactions with ethanol. I see, I see. Yeah. It's probably like better off for you to be more careful with the liquor and stuff like that. Oh yeah, speaking of alcohol alcohol stuff, recently I tried one of those like Chinese wines as well. You know the little Chinese like white wines, and they're like super high in alcohol content. Recently tried that. Is my other sister's husband he's from China. He's like introducing us to this kind of wine, and it's actually not bad, but it's like super super fragrant. It's almost to the point that it's kind of comparable to like vodka, I would say. Yeah, like it's very pure in alcohol, very high in alcohol content as well. But there's like this kind of, how do I describe it? Like super strong overtone of a fragrance, like to the point that uh even if you like put your face in front of the glass for a little bit, it will probably burn your eyes. It's like so strong, you can't help but like kind of squint your eyes. But when you drink it, it's actually very smooth, and I'm pretty sure there are very different kinds of like white Chinese wines like that. But this kind that he introduced us is very smooth, and if you like when you drink it and you gulp it down a little bit, your whole esophagus and your stomach will feel very like warm. Not like not hot, not like spicy. It's like very warm. It warms you. And he explains to us that like sometimes in China it's like super cold, and a lot of people would just like drink this kind of alcohol to kind of warm their body up. It'll be like, oh, I wake up in the morning, it's like super super cold, super chilly outside. Let's get a sip of like this kind of alcohol, and it will warm your body up, and it does help. And especially with my sisters and my mom, probably. Uh, we have this saying in Chinese, like we explain this kind of element in our body that is like more yang or more yin, so like more heaty or more chilly, I guess. And for most girls, they have more like a chilly kind of body type. And what that means is that like for example, sometimes when they go to bed, their hands and their feet would feel very cold. Or what else? I don't know, because I don't experience that kind of stuff. I'm like for most guys, we're more heaty, and so like we get sore throats more easily, more pimples, or like if we eat like too many deep fried food, then we'll get more pimples, we'll get more oily skins and stuff like that. That's more heaty. And so for the like the opposite is true for girls, especially when they have like biological like periods and stuff like that. And this kind of like alcohol would be very good for them if they drink it like regularly. I'm not a girl, and this just sounds like me. Okay, I see. Like maybe you have like the more chilly body type then. Like if you like for chilly body type people, if you drink more of these kind of alcohol, like it warms your body and it helps you get accustomed to that kind of like chilly vibe, and hopefully it will like help your body like regulate itself and uh just feel better, I guess. Sometimes Guinean get cold very easily. I see. Suddenly this becomes like a Chinese medicine kind of like talk. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, Diamond. Enjoy all the emotes. Let's see. If you have that kind of body type, it's better you eat like you have more ginger, I think, in your diet. You can also have more dried dates. But I don't know, like for Westerners, like you probably wouldn't cook with a lot of these ingredients, so I don't know about that. One thing could be like you eat more garlic and chili, I guess. Hopefully that will help your body regulate itself. Not too much though. Too much of anything is bad. You cook with ginger whenever you get the chance. Oh yeah. Like for chili body type, it's better to cook with that kind of stuff. We do that a lot with like Chinese veggies as well, because like most of the time we classify veggie as like a, especially the Chinese veggie stuff, to be like a cold kind of like a chili type of food, and so we have to balance it out with like ginger. Oh yeah, as I pop some mozzarella sticks into the air fryer. You'll make Uncle Roger very disappointed. You Westerners only know pizza, deep fried food chips. All of that very, very unhealthy. If you if you guys live in like an Asian household, you'll always be bothered by a mother figure or something with like herbal tea and stuff. If you have that kind of diet, like you eat chips again, you eat like potato chips, or like you eat like what do you call the other one, the crisps? Like come drink some 凉茶, drink some herbal tea, balance it out. Otherwise, you get sore throat, you get nosebleed. Good afternoon. Oh, hi Aries. No, there's still dragon, but there's like the shapeshift redeem now. You guys can like control when I turn into a dragon, I guess.
Shapeshift now!
Oh, there you go. Shapeshift. Wee. I need to update my koala as well because it's not animated right now. It seems like it's animated, but it's not. How's your Chinese New Year, Aries? Did you have a lot of fun? Did you have like a lot of red pockets? I'm pretty sure you celebrated, right? To get more into making dumplings, they're very easy to make when you pre-make them and pop them into the freezer. Yeah, that's what our family do as well. Oh, I was asking how your Chinese New Year has been. And call me, what's your favorite dumpling fillings? I think the classics would be like a minced pork with different stuff, like shrimps or like chives. Sometimes you can put some wombok inside as well. We didn't really go to relatives. We did have a dinner with some of them, but yeah, just that. Oh, okay, I see. Same thing as us, just that like we did one of the gathering dinners in the dark with the whole power outage thing. My family has been very into lamb dumpling recently. Like I think they kind of like found out by accident the other time, and it's basically just lamb with some cumin or something, and they really liked how it tastes, and since then we've been stuck to it. Social ew. And wanted to try my hand at barbecue. BQQ? Barbecue, I think? I don't know what that is though. And yeah, Chinese New Year is like the social stuff is usually a nightmare. Barbecue dumpling, okay. I don't know, like I've never heard, like, you mean like barbecue flavored dumpling, or you just like putting all the other barbecues into onto the grill or something? Lamb and cumin goes great together. Yeah, they're basically the perfect partner. I think it's like dumpling made with grilled meat. Okay, interesting. Although I'm pretty sure you can like put anything into a dumpling. So I guess that's also valid. Thank you for the follow, Dr. Boo. Oh, Dr. Booty Honeylicious. Welcome. My favorite kind of dumpling would be like the Japanese kind, or more so, I guess, gyoza. It's like the one that is kind of like and seared but also steamed at the same time. So one side's like crunchy, the other side's like steam and chewy. That's my favorite. especially when they have also the little crunchy bits, like the crunchy flour bits outside of the dumpling. Really like that. Bonus points if it's like super flavorful and also steamy and saucy as well. I think everyone also have their own like kind of sauce or dip they use for dumplings as well. Everyone has a different recipe for it. I like having vinegar, black vinegar, and also chili oil. If possible, also a little bit of minced garlic. Mewtwo Pete's. Mewtwo Feats. It's football season, right? Why are they shaped like that? They look so weird. What is it even like based off of? Why did they like design them into balls? Same with the fingers as well. There's this one restaurant I go to that has some sort of secret chili sauce with their gyoza. Yeah, those are usually the best. Especially like if you know like whether they made it in their own restaurant or not. New Dragalia lost Dirk drop. You mean my dragon? Mewtwo fingers are cake pops, right? Yeah, very much so. Nick's gonna get a run for his money. Yeah. I miss Nick's too, yeah. At least we can all spam like all these like stickers right now. Boom.
Boom.
Have you guys seen or heard much of Grand Blue Relink as well, whatever it's called? I've recently seen Milo and Whisper playing it from Kotsususada, and the game looks like it plays pretty well. It reminds me a lot of Dragalia Lost, like gaming kind of, like how the play style of it. It reminds me so much of Dragalia, and it's like very pretty of a game. But at the same time, I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, I don't know if I can get into it, because sometimes when the games look too realistic and there are too many elements in on the screen, I get a bit confused. And so yeah, I don't know if I can get into it. And even if I try or like I get into it, I'll actually like if I got my hand on the game, I will put so much time into it to the point that I'll probably not be able to do a lot of art. So I don't want it. I don't want that to happen. Like plus ultra. You want me to game? I'll game like super hard. Illyria, right? What we used to call the salary. It's so cool that like Dragalia's like as a gacha game, you don't actually have to roll the same character multiple times in order to unlock their full potential. That's what I really like about Dragalia. And it was like extra cool when they kind of like went back and revisit all the old characters and give them like a new like tools to their existing kits. That part is really cool. Like we keep like seeing resurgence of old characters coming back to the meta. Like for other gacha games, so they'll probably just like release a new skin and then throw all the new broken stuff onto the new characters and call it a day. Was Stellaria was meta for Brunhilde fights, I think. At one point at least. Oh, you mean the older one. Right, I see. I'm sure you can use the normal version of her still. It's just it will probably take a little while longer to finish the fights, and probably people don't want to play with that. There. Then the it's done. That, and then the Lucario I have to paint it in as well. Get rid of the Mewtwo first, I guess. I don't really understand this reference sheet because like apart from like all the basic colors, they're also providing all the shading colors as well. When I don't know, I wouldn't use it. I just need the flat colors of it, and that's all I need. Oh, hello RJ-kun. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. This one I have to put to here. This one here as well. Should be 5. What art program am I using? I'm using CSP. Clip Studio Paint. And again, for anyone who also uses CSP, please remember there's the login bonus currently active. So if you want some brushes from the asset shop, please remember to log in and claim some of them. Yeah, the dailies are back, so remember to claim your stuff. Wait to gacha with the clippy points. No, I don't think we'll ever get to that point. Considering that, like, if you don't subscribe to their plans, the clippy points will actually expire. So yeah, I don't think they'll ever have like gacha for those. I switch to CSP from Photoshop. I like it a lot more. Yeah. No AI bullshit. I don't know about that because like even with a lot of like the material stuff that we can find on the asset shop, and also the things that are already provided here on the list of material, they're already like kind of like either being done through AI or like it's just captured from like the outputs of AI. I don't think we should all be like too like a Effie? Shh. Like we should all be like too like we don't need to always say no to AI. I'm not saying like we should fully agree with like what people like how people are using AI nowadays, but like some of the AI functions we should really use and take advantage of instead of like just blindly saying no. That's kind of my stance on it. Because a lot of things already we utilize AI to do. We just like either we don't recognize it or we just kind of ignore it. And again, like I think there's nothing wrong with AI. It's the way people use it that is like problematic sometimes. If I have to make like a comparison or something, or like an example or metaphor, it will be like saying chefs should not use any of the knives that we find because knives can cut people and that is very bad. That's kind of how I see it. When in truth, like it just depends on how you use the knives. Like if you use it well, you use it to actually chop up like ingredients instead of chopping up people, then that's a good knife, you know? It's never like the fault of the tools. It's how it's a user, I think. Let the Mewtwo go. I just hit it because I need to color the Lucario. And next thing I know, I get cancelled on Twitter for saying what I just said about AI. No, AI. HO is like supporting AI. We should call him out, ban him, cancel him. Whatever the kids say nowadays. I hope not. It's fine. I'm not that big of a personality on Twitter, so no one will actually realize or like care to do anything like that. It'll probably be a different story if like I get bigger or something, and people will like look through all of my VODs and stuff and like, oh, here, right here, he stated this and that, and that's why like we have to cancel him. What are you guys' stance on that kind of stuff? Like, do you guys think that someone should always be mindful of what they say and then have to be accountable for what they've said like maybe 10 years ago? What do you guys think about something like that? Do you guys think it's fair to expect someone to, because like I don't know, even politics and stuff like that, they always change. They kind of migrate every time, like all the time. I'm like thinking, should people be able to do that kind of stuff? To go back to like someone's like internet history and then say like, oh, because this doesn't suit the current political climate, and that's why right now we have to cancel them. Really depends on the context. I guess. Depends on what they said. Some opinions not too big of a deal. Illegal stuff a bit of a different story. Oh yeah, then of course, like people change and with that time changes as well, so it would depends on the context. But I'm like what I'm saying right now is that it's more so like what people said like maybe 10 years ago, and the society deemed it okay back then, right? But once the political climate kind of like changes, it then goes to like a maybe current days. The comment that was made 10 years ago is not okay now, and then they dig what they said 10 years ago back up and then want to cancel them now. That's kind of what I'm saying. By the way, hey Cho, how do you manage to make your lines consistent like that? Do you use a lot of smoothing or let me see. I don't use a lot of smoothing. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, I hid it so you guys can't see it. Let's see. Wait. Is this it? Oops. Oh, yeah, kind of. You can kind of see the brush setting on the left. It's just a normal brush, so I guess there's a little bit of stabilization here. But it's all default, so I don't know. But yeah, no smoothing. I guess it's just I've practiced so much that I kind of have steady hand with them. I don't know. Your hand going crazy? Oh, hello, Roy. As I've pointed out before, and I guess in other streams as well, like the first thing I've learned when I started art, back then I was doing traditional art, but like anyway, it's kind of like irrelevant. The first thing I have to practice was doing lines, so I give that practice a lot of like credits, I guess. I credit a lot of like my current artistic capabilities with like line practices and also gesture practices, things like that. They're super basic stuff, but not a lot of people do them. I used to kind of like don't have great lines as well, and what I usually like do back then was let me see if I can do what I usually used to do. So for example, I would do like a circle, and then I would color the whole thing like that, right? And then do all the shadings and stuff. Let's see. Let's do quick shading stuff here. And then I would go back, and then on top of everything, I would just like kind of clean the lines this way. That's what I used to do. But I kind of find that a little time consuming. It'll be good if like you have like some sort of like painterly style. But this was like my my shortcut before, I guess. Because like back then I don't really have like great lines, I guess. Kind of like this. The real question is how are you able to draw while holding your arm and waving your other hand so much? That's just my avatar. Kind of different from how I learned, and that was just with just basic shapes. I mean, you need to use lines to make shapes, right? So I guess like they kind of go hand in hand. I've been working on my lines for the past 2 years. I've seen a lot of improvement. I used to do that too. It took me weeks because my lines were so bad. Right. Let me do some like if I recall correctly, what we had to like strive for is to have lines like this. So should be like weak at the ends, but like strong in the center. So it becomes like a smooth kind of transition instead of like maybe like that, like chicken scratches. We don't want to do that. You could do that if you're like doing some cross hatching, but still like you can see like in these like separate lines, it's not like chicken scratches here and there. Like these ones, like I don't really like. So apart from like just straight lines, we also do like squiggly lines, like swirly lines. squiggly lines, like angles, stuff like that. But you can see like they're all smooth and the ends are always like taken care of. We drew like tons of that, and they're especially important for what I used to learn. It's because like back then my tutors said like my tutors like a whole how do I say expertise, I guess, is doing like these quick sketches of people's faces, and so like doing lines are very important. I'm not gonna do like a demo now. It's gonna take a while, but it's, you know, like imagine like these people's like portraits, and you want to like do them very quick and with like as few lines as possible, and so the lines have to be very clean and efficient looking, and so I practice a lot with that. I struggle a little bit with chicken scratches with hair and fur. I just like to think of it as quick way to give the two volume, but it's so bad when I got to color. Yeah. It depends on like what kind of style you want to go with, like for fur and stuff, because there are different ways to portray them as well. Hmm. What? Why are you doing this? There you go. Let me drink a sip of tea. With line, I tend to smooth them out during the sketching process when doing traditional art, but with digital, I leave it be until the line art phase. Right. I don't think we should ever like really spend a lot of time smoothing out lines during the sketching phase, regardless of like whether it's digital or traditional or not. But yeah, it's really up to you, I guess. I just find it a little more efficient, I guess. Because like a sketch is just a sketch. You don't really need to like make it super clean. It's kind of the same idea as like a people like doctors and stuff like that. They do all these scribbles and stuff when they are putting out like prescriptions. It doesn't really matter whether you can read it or not, because like it's literally just like a sketch for them. to practice more on like drawing metals, I think. It's something that I still don't have like a great grasp on. I understand that it's like
Oi!
super reflective and it should have more like contrast in terms of like the values and stuff. But I just don't know how to correctly portray where the shadows and everything should kind of be placed. Hello, Max. And let's give it some texture. Hello, Blaze. It has the same palette as like the emote. Right now I'm working on a speed. I don't want to be spending weeks on a piece because that's slowing down my learning progress. I feel. Yeah, I would think like if you're doing some learning stuff, it's better to just do something that's like super quick, or like you should really do some like go back to your own art and identify what you really want to practice at that point, and it just kind of like hone in on that and practice only that instead of like trying to make a piece like that's perfect. That's kind of that's not what you're trying to do right now. You're trying to learn, right? Need to work on that as well. Yeah, yeah. In that case, that would all be anatomy studies, art style, and color. Yeah. I mean, you can still kind of make it more fun for yourself. Like, you can kind of like space them out, or like do something like, for example, that's more interesting for you. Like, for example, let's say for me, I'm very interested in Dragalia, and I want to learn color in this in today's lesson for myself. So what I would practice would be like I find my favorite character, and I will like try to study color that way with my favorite character. You can like find a lot of like interesting ways to make it more fun for yourself, I guess, instead of like always just be practicing. That's kind of the same advice I would give for people who have artistic blocks as well. Like instead of like trying to force yourself to go back to art, try to find something that's like your that would interest you, or something that's like make things fun for you again, or like just try to find something that's like super fast that you can complete, so that you don't feel so guilty that you haven't done anything. Like even just draw a Kirby or something, you know. Kirby is like super easy to draw, super easy to finish, but you can at least like tell yourself that, look, today maybe I'm still in like an art block, but I've completed something today. Why are you a Durg? Because it's the year of Durg. Thank you so much for the follow, Foxo Arts. Well, Legoshi, yeah. Just find something that you really like. Something that will give you more motivation, I guess. One example of that actually, now that like I kind of reminded myself, is that like I was watching a brand new animal the other day. I'm saying the other day, but it was like quite a while ago. BNA the anime, and there was this like these episodes where they use like this like super cool kind of palette for the whole episode. I think it's kind of like an alleyway kind of thing where they have like neon colors, like super bright sky blue and like a hot pink and then some white highlights, and the whole scene is kind of dark. And I was like so impressed with that kind of palette, and I ended up like drawing a whole comic scene, kind of like trying to study that kind of style. And it was like a very fun kind of like experience for me as well. Let me see if I can find those pages. Yeah, I found it. Here. So, yeah, I kind of got the idea to do this. And it made for like a really striking scene as well. Like very limited palettes, but the outcome is like very striking. I learned a lot with those pages. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean when artists should steal a lot. Like steal ideas. Don't steal like of other people's work. You can do it in your own way with the same idea. Like use your brain. Us human are like very creative. We should always like take advantage of that. Is Dark Shell safe to boop? I guess so. He also have like a pretty big boopable nose, I guess. Hopefully you don't get burnt by those whiskers though. I wonder if those fires would be hot actually. I kind of imagined them to be like more like ghost flames. So they're probably like a kind of chilly to the touch actually.
Boom.
Boom. Okay, Lucario is done for now. Let's go back to the Mewtwo. Thank you for the follow, Marcus Wolfie. Welcome, welcome. Mewtwo, Mewtwo, why is everything of yours so weird? You have weird fingies and feetsies. Also a weird tail. Why is your tail connected to your stomach? Ooh. Hello, Boyzilla. Welcome, welcome. And thank you so much for the raid. Let me give you a shout out. What have you guys been doing? Thank you so much for the follow, So Leon, and also this account was deleted. Interesting username. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys had a nice stream over there. Are you guys drawing today or playing games, things like that? Regardless, hope you guys had fun. Hopefully you guys have like a nice day ahead of you. Maybe 2 raids this time. Okay, I see. It's a macro booster, yeah. How should I color this glass? And the chair probably needs to be black of sort. Here could be like a brown, maybe. I don't know what to do with the glass. Let me put in the background as well so you kind of get a reference of what is behind it. Perhaps I should just like kind of get rid of the. Yeah. And then this part, I think. This. Thank you for the follow, the Wolf 745. Welcome. Then, how do I color champagne? What is the color of it? I don't want a bottle. I want a I want a champagne. Champagne, maybe. Alright, so it's kind of like a pale yellowish kind of color. Let's do that then. Thank you, Max, for the hydrate. And give it some bubbles, maybe. This one. There you go. Glasses. We'll probably have to color this again. And maybe not yet. Shade it best. See, and I'll do the highlight at the end. Should look classy enough. Yeah, it looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay. Fine. Thank you for the follow, Major God. Together. Let's give it some texture as well. This image is cute. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, what is a fairy? Did he mean like Fury? Like Nick Fury? Mewtwo's like color so simple. It does it does really remind me of Frieza though from Dragon Ball Z. Surprise is one of like the only fluffy Mewtwo I've ever seen, right? I guess it's kind of like the same as like how I always picture Mewtwo. I always saw Mewtwo to be like a Sphinx cat, so they're kind of like hairless. In 14. Do the next thing though. Uh, Stop saying like everyone should try using this like fake fake highlight thing, fake highlight technique. Everyone should try using it. It's just so effective. Whenever I try, I'm unsure if I'm going overboard or under. It's really up to you. And I think instead of thinking about that, it's better for you to think about whether it looks good or not. Because as long as it looks good, it doesn't matter. Thank you for the follow. Akibara Sona. Welcome. Ooh, have you guys seen the new Deadpool trailers yet? I don't know. It seems like it's the last hope for the MCU. I hope it's good. I probably won't be checking out it like for day one though. I've been burned so many times by MCU. I don't feel like I have a lot of trust with them anymore. I'll wait for the reviews to come out. hope, yeah. The only thing we can do is like hope and cope. That's synonymous with everything nowadays, yeah, basically. The jazz music actually surprisingly fits with this picture like quite well. Just picture yourself like sitting in a lounge, enjoying some coffee. Doesn't have to be alcohol. Sparkling apple juice, yeah. Why not? Not sure if you guys know, but like actually fruit juice is actually not that great for you. A lot of people would probably think like, oh, it's just fruit. You know, a lot of like vitamin C, right? But on the contrary, it's actually a lot of sugar. Doesn't necessarily mean like a bad sugar, but like a lot of fructose is not that great. And you can kind of imagine it in the sense that like usually for us like we'll eat like probably just one apple max, but can you imagine like how many apples are actually in a cup of apple juice? Probably like three. So you can imagine like eating three apples through drinking a cup of like apple juice, and you can imagine like how much more fructose you're actually absorbing into your body. And sometimes like even worse if they don't have like a pulps or stuff like that, you don't even get the benefit of like a dietary fiber. Thank you for the follow, Maximus Effort. Welcome, welcome. thought summer is already over here in Australia, but apparently not. It feels so warm again today. Like since the power outage several days ago, it's been cooled down like quite significantly for a few days. But now it's like super warm again. I guess like as they said, welcome to Melbourne. In Melbourne, you get like 4 seasons in one day. Same thing actually with the day that we got the power outage actually. In the morning it was like cold, and then suddenly it was hot again in the afternoon, and then suddenly it started hailing, and outside's like super stormy and like windy and stuff like that, and then give it like a 1 hour, it's clear day again. Thank you for the follow, Beatless Cannon. Welcome, welcome. Heyo. Ooh. Not sure about you guys, but like sometimes when people say let's go out for a date, go out for a date and go out for a drink or something, like this is kind of the ideal vibe that I would imagine, or like something that I would prefer. Because there are actually two kinds of like a different, let's go for like a drink date, right? The other one would be like going to a bar with like super loud music and dance music and stuff like that. But I've never really cared for that kind of like stuff. Sometimes it's like a bit too loud, and when I go on dates, I prefer to know the person instead of like just to hang out and dance or like just listen to like super loud music. I prefer like a place where or like a vibe where we can just talk and chat with each other. It's kind of loungy, kind of like chill vibe is just a thing for me, I guess. Yeah, same, Blue Bengal. I feel like if you want to, I don't know, if you want to like go on like a bars like super loud music and stuff like that, banging in your ears, I don't think you're really going there for a date. You're just like looking for like you're not looking for a date. You're looking for a partner to go dance with you. You know, and I feel like that's very different. Present like the loud, chaotic bar vibe cuts away at all the awkwardness and it's more fun. I guess that's the merit as well. It helps break the ice, I guess. But it really depends on like what kind of personality your date is, I guess. Like what would you guys' ideal first date would be? The older you get, the less anxious you usually are with meeting new people. Generally, right? Yeah. I really need something to detract from my own awkwardness. Right. One of the gay bars in my town is also a dance club, but they have areas where you can chill away from the dance area or have drinks in the same dance areas. Right, yeah. That would be interesting actually. Yeah, like for a first date, I think good food would be very good. Like just book a interesting restaurant. It doesn't have to be like a fancy ones, but I think one of those like restaurants where they serve like very interesting palettes of flavors, or like something that's like very Instagrammable would be very nice as well, I guess. I personally really like just exploring the city and seeing what the fruit there is. Like, it doesn't matter like how many years I've been here in Melbourne. I've always like find all these like new restaurants and I would go there and eat. It doesn't have to be like super great food, but if it's like interesting, then I'll probably go back again. But tunnel so it doesn't seem like a big thing. Definitely a personal date like a dinner and a walk for me. Yeah, that sounds nice actually. It's chill. And I don't know about you guys, like here in Australia I find the McDonald's to be like very bad. Maybe I come from like an Asian country, so that's why like I find it so bad. The only thing I find to be moderately like still edible, not edible, that's like an exaggeration, moderately like something that I would like order again would be like the McNuggets, and that's about it from McDonald's. I would probably never eat there. I do first day relaxing in a coffee shop early afternoon while reading Tales of Lucian together on our phones. Really? I don't think so, but okay. I go to a burger pub, loud and chaotic enough, while being generally very accessible. There's a lot to do there. Is it a good idea though to go to a burger club? A burger pub for the first date? Like, are you guys like the kind that are okay to have a burger in front of your date for the first date though? Like, you know, a burger like with super, you know, all the gravy and stuff, like all the sauce just dripping off the burger fat or whatever. In the US, I find it bad too. Okay, I see. So McDonald's is just bad, like for a lot of places. Okay. Probably not honestly. I'd give it a bad. It'd give it a bad impression. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, if your date doesn't care about that kind of stuff, you probably find your like one true love right there. So I guess like it's a gamble. Oh, actually, speaking of burgers, I remember first time I was like meeting up with a guy. I was using fork and knife to eat a burger, and the guy was just like looking at me like, "What the hell are you doing?" But I wasn't like trying to be like a super polite or anything. It's just that the burger was like super huge, and I didn't know how to dig into it, and so I'm like, "Okay, let me grab knife and fork, and I'll just cut into it." I use fork and knife for everything or chopsticks. I see. Even a burger? If my potential boyfriend or girlfriend puts that kind of weight on the first date, I don't want to be with that person. I guess. But like, you yourself would still be self-conscious, right? Like if your date like asks you to go to a burger place, like you don't want to I don't know, you don't want to like leave that kind of impression, and so like I would probably order something else other than a burger. Or like just make sure the burger is like small enough or something. Burgers should be wider, not taller. I agree fully with that, yeah. And that's why I was using like a fork and knife that for that burger, because like it was so tall, I don't know how to eat it. Other than just like cut into it, you know? The fancy places can come along after the first date. Test the waters first and be yourself. Yeah. Your date probably doesn't want you to be self-conscious, I guess. I don't know about you guys as well about like fancy restaurants, but most of the times I find them pretty overrated. Like most of the times like they don't even give me anything unique enough to go back again. They're just there for like the social quo, I think. Like status quo is what I mean. Like you pay this price tag and so you believe that it's fancy, but like I usually don't find any like super unique thing that I would go back in. I just want my date to see the type of woman I am, and a burger pub shamelessly first date seems like a good way to express myself and what they can expect. I see. Yeah, I guess. Closest thing I've done is a hibachi. I see, I see. I've been to this what are they called? Stacker station? Whatever it's called? I don't know. Like places where you can try out dishes and you get testing menus and stuff like that. I didn't really care for it too much. Like there are several dishes where I'm like, oh, that's interesting, but it's not like wow. I really want to go back again to eat more stuff. And most of the time you go
Shapeshift
to
now!
oh, shapeshift. Go back to koala. And most of the time like those fancy restaurants, they don't feed you well as well. Like you just like walk out of the restaurant feeling like, oh, I don't feel full. Hmm. I don't know if we have time to sketch stuff. Like Duffy's already complaining. He wants to go out for a walk. I'll probably like finish this commission and call it a day. And when I'm back from the walk, I'll see how it goes. I'll probably work on something on Picado or something. Probably. I don't know. I don't know how to notify you guys on there as well. I don't want to use my my normal Twitter. I guess you guys will just have to see. I don't know. He wants to go to a burger bar. Picado will send an email to everyone who's following you there. I see. I don't know about you guys, but like I rarely really check my email that much. Oh, Mr. Jazz. You can still hear Jazz there. Thank you for the follow, Big Man Pickle Johnson. You can find my Picado in my link tree, I believe. I should have that link there too. Partially because of wanting to catch streams. I see, I see. the Mewtwo stuff. Then now is the tricky part with the tail. How should I do it? Get that to 60 first, and shape. It's not a must thing, so if I don't stream today, don't wait indefinitely for me. There's something that I'm thinking about. I'll probably go back there to stream a little bit, because I still have like a lot of things to work on, and I can't show them on Twitch. I heard that instant transmission noise in my head when the Mewtwo disappeared. Oh yeah. I miss the sound effect though. It's like it signifies like a whole era, I think. Like back then, all the animes used to use that noise as well. Whenever like a character's like moving so fast, it's just kind of teleporting around. Ooh, layer. What? Where? Do I still take, I'll say, for comms? Yes, I do, but I don't post them here. I don't post them on Twitter, so that's why. I almost forgot you did. I'll say for art. Yeah. I don't know. Like recently, I found them like a. It's like a recent discovery for me as well. I find the I'll say for work stuff. They seem to burn me out easier than just drawing normal topics. That's why I haven't been doing a lot of them.
Shapeshift
like
now!
Oh, shapeshift. Almost like I've been kind of pacing myself around with it. I don't want to do them too much. Maybe it's mostly just because like there are only so many ways you can post the same thing, and so I get bored. Maybe I don't know. I still have to discover why. Oh, don't worry, call me. I'm not like against it. It's more so just like I don't really actively look for them anymore. But I still welcome like commissioners going for them if they want. Just that I have my own terms with like posting and stuff like that. Just little things, but it doesn't affect anything.
Oi!
Oi! Oh, alarm frog. Fact that I want my com to be safe for work. Yeah, then there's nothing to worry about. It's just a normal normal day. It's actually one of these gacha style commissions that I did that it's like not safe for work, and I forgot where I posted it. But yeah, anyway, that one came out really nice actually. So maybe it's really like why it burns me out is mostly just a lack of like variation. So if I have the freedom to kind of like just play around with the poses or something, maybe it won't burn me out. But perhaps it's just like I don't know, it's just a theory on my part. I still have to try and figure out why it does that to me. Typically all your items are good. No, not necessarily. I try to. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail, it doesn't matter. So you have to keep trying, I guess. Hey, Chow Theory. Thanks for watching. And cut. Does he have that too? I think. The end cut is for the film through. Okay, I see. That would make sense. Hmm. Okay, so this one doesn't affect anything. But this here needs to be a bit brighter. Duffy? Shh. I think my dad is home, that's why he's barking about that. Shh. No more. I guess for this tail here, I can also just shade its form shadow and kind of ignore the cast shadow. This is at the front, so I guess I don't really need to shade it that much. Come back, Mewtwo. Mewtwo, I need to shade a little bit. I actually forgot about the cast shadow. I mean, not cast shadow, form shadow for Mewtwo. Thank you for the follow, fakey fake. Welcome. I usually see fluffy media. I kind of like it. Yeah, that's the same same sentiment for a lot of people here, apparently. It's an interesting sight. Fluffy Mewtwo. I think I kind of had the same realization when I was watching this like a anime episode of Pokemon before, and I think it was Oak commenting about like Pikachu having like a nice coat of fur, like a smooth coat of fur or something. That's what he was saying. I'm like, huh? Pikachu is not like just like a plastic toy or something. It has fur. Of course, like that was when I was like very young. I'm like, huh? I never thought of like Pikachu having fur. Alright, coming out great. Thank you, thank you. Pikachu's fur is more like lion fur? Maybe, yeah. Probably just short fur. Somewhere there's a Sphinx Pikachu. Right. Never gonna feel like they make more sense, Fluffy. Yeah. What would Pikachu's skin color be? You know how some animals have like black skin instead of like a flash colored skin? Would it be like brown or something? Does that mean that like it has like a bald spot on its tail? I think that's the color of mouse skin. Right, I guess. But some mice also have black skin. I think I meant more by its height. Yeah. I was half paying attention. I just hear something about Pikachu skin. Yeah. Need to excuse Mewtwo out again, just to make sure the colors looks okay. I like to imagine Pikachu's skin would also be yellow, and shaving would make it vaguely resemble Homer Simpson. Okay, I see. Hmm. I want to draw a Simpsons style Pikachu. I'm pretty sure it's already done, but yeah, go ahead. It'll be interesting to see. Homer Pikachu.
Shapeshift now!
Shapeshift now. Going back to Koala. Should I make like a bounce light as well, I wonder? Why not? I feel purple always is like such an exciting color to use. Like right now I'm drawing all these bounce light, and it's always the purple that gives me the most exciting colors afterwards. Like this ombre from like a pinkish purple all the way to this like bluish purple. But like I'm using the same colors and drawing the same way on other colors, and it's not as apparent. Alright, buy me buy me two again. I think it's this layer. Curve. Purple goes well with both warm and cool colors. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does. And tail as well. I'll use the same layer right here. It looks okay. What about the other one? Thank you for the follow, Dildo. Ew. What a name. Welcome, welcome. Is the type of music you play for stream the same you normally listen to? Yeah, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, but I also like listen to like other pop music as well. Come back Mewtwo. Come back to tail.
Boom.
Let's see. I feel like there gonna be like a correction there. I can peacefully inherit that. Right. Me do a final kind of correction layer with the colors. Should I do this as well? Probably have to get Mewtwo out again. Yeah. And then do the things here. Thank you for the hydrate, Nimby. I fell asleep. It's not sleepy time for you yet. What time is it for you? Probably like 4 or 5. Almost 4 p.m. I see. Do you guys have the habit of like afternoon naps? Because I probably don't have it. And nap literally at any time. I see. I find myself like if I nap, I find it harder for me to fall asleep at night. So usually I just don't nap at all. And 3 a.m. to 2 a.m. naps. That's not a nap, that's just sleep. If work doesn't exist, right? And not being able to fall asleep is like the worst thing. Sometimes like you just like lie on your bed and look at your phone and stuff like that, but then like your body heat gets like it warms up the bed somehow. And usually like when we're just like normally asleep, we don't feel it, but it's like much worse when you're still awake. You feel the body heat and it's like it feels almost like you're constantly being hugged without break. And the body heat just like keeps you awake. And you keep like trying to roll around on the bed and like it doesn't help. I think had that wants to cuddle you all the time in bed and be right up against you that runs 100 degrees body temperature. Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. Thank you for the follow, Blue Gilmon. Welcome. Yeah, I personally don't really enjoy cats. Or perhaps like I just haven't found cats that really suits my personality or something. That's a high being in whatever household they are in. Yeah. It almost feels like choosing a roommate for yourself. And it's much harder to choose a roommate than choose a kid, I guess. And that's how I feel with like cats versus dogs. Like dogs, you can still train them. They're basically a kid, and you have to take care of them. And it's easier to find a kid that fits your lifestyle and kind of be in your life better. I personally think. You're going to accidentally send someone a loop. I see. Cats are adopting a deity of the house. Dogs are adopting a friend. I guess. Or adopting a kid, a small kid. Mewtwo, where are you? Come back. One was a master of hiding from me, but at night she loved scaring the shit out of me. I see. Does she just like stand in the hallway, like staring at you? No, doesn't have that she look like a Halloween decoration. I see, I see.
Shapeshift now!
Shapeshift now. Dragon. There you go. Glowing green eyes somewhere eye level. I see. Isn't that the case for like for pets in general? Like it'll be like, you want privacy? What is that? Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know about the background. Let me see if I can actually push it back a little bit. And I feel it was like way too saturated before. Takes away the focus of the characters. Yeah, I feel this is better. Yeah, maybe. And then for the tail, I think I prefer this one for the full picture. And for the individual one, I'll probably do the other version. Okay. That's it for me from for today's stream. We shall see if I stream later again. It'll probably be in Picardo. And also, but if I don't, you guys probably will see me again tomorrow. Let me finish it up though, with all the signature stuff and watermark, the essentials. Okay. Thank everyone for coming. Let's search a bit on Twitch to see if there are any people that we can rate. What are people doing? See. What are they doing here? It looks like they're looking at some sort of food video. Alright, let's go for it. This streamer is called Scribbly Noodle. Right, but yeah, thank you everyone for coming. I've already told you guys my schedule later, so yeah. Switch to the end stream kind of screen, and we shall start the raid. Alright, I'll see you guys there, and fun. Good luck for day, night, wherever you are. Stay safe, and have a good one, everyone. Alright, see you guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.